Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sanskrit Dialogues. My name is Abhilash, and you are on day 5. And today we are going to ask and answer two questions. The first question is Kati, and the next question is Kada. Okay, what is Kati? How many?
Mhm.
What is Kada?
How much?
When?
When? Okay.
Okay, good guess though. Uh, Kati is how many? So if I were to ask, Kati erasers santi, you're going to ask answer with how many? Atra one eraser asti. How do you say one in Sanskrit?
एका
Ekam.
एकम
Okay. So we're gonna do this. Ekam. Ekam is one. Then we have two. How do you say
द्वितीय
two? Huh?
द्वितीय
No, Dvitiya is second. The first, second और two में जो difference है ना वो है ये. एकम के बाद जो होता है that is called द्वे. Okay. Then we have त्रीनी. छोटा छोटा
हाँ
ये है ना.
छोटा छोटा with
हाँ. त्रीनी. Then there is चत्वारि. Then pancha. You could write it like this also. In Hindi, we will typically write it like this. But in Sanskrit, we use this, which is called the fifth row, right?
Anunasika.
Anunasika. That's what we use. Okay, so this is pa, cha, pancha. So that's 5. Yeah. Then we have shat. This is half ta. It's not full ta. After this, everything is full. Sapta, ashta, nava, dasha. Okay. So ekam, dve, trini, chatvari, pancha, shat, sapta, ashta, nava, dasha. Okay. I want to add a couple more here, and then we'll start talking. Ekadasha. Ekadasha means 11. Exactly. It's that only. This is Dwadasha. Okay. These are the numbers. Why I'm writing till 12 is not why Namita thinks it is, because she told me that at least one Javed Akhtar song we should be able to sing, but I am not adding the Tera. We are only going from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
तेरा भी कर दो वो माधुरी दीक्षित का गाना हो जाएगा.
ठीक है.
I can dance at least.
Tra, yo, dasha. Okay, that's Trayodasha. 13.
श के
The
ऊपर
reason,
लाइन नहीं आता है क्या?
huh?
श के ऊपर लाइन आता है ना हिंदी में? Why not?
ये ऐसे
Sh has a line, yeah.
this like this you're saying.
हाँ.
that is
हाँ ऐसे नहीं आता. वो sh, if you have to have a line, typically it is written like this. you do this, and then you put one thing here to indicate that it is sh. Otherwise, you leave space. Okay, so these are the numbers. There is no choice but to remember them, but you have experienced these numbers in various places already. So when you're in a wedding, you hear the word like Saptapadi, right? When you are talking about directions, you talk about Ashtadigajas. So these are 8 elephants which hold up the directions. Nava, you see Navaratri. Dasha, you hear Dasharatha, the father of Rama. So these are all those numbers only, right? Pancha, you hear Pancha Mahabhutani. Chatwari, you don't use this word much. There's a little bit of, I'm hoping not to go into that much detail today yet, but Sanskrit decided ki this is too simple. Let's make it a little difficult for only these 4 words. Okay, there will be a separate 5-minute video to teach that portion, but basically Pancha onwards, it's the same word throughout, but only for the first 4 there are 3 variants for each of the word itself. So you
Depending on the
have
gender.
ekah, eka, ekam. So if you're saying boys, you would say ekah balakah asti, eka balika asti, ekam phalam asti. Okay, like this, there is 3 words for 2 also, 3 more words for 3 also, 3 more words for 4 also, but we'll not go into those words because it sort of becomes a little complex. Okay,
Sir,
for now, stick to this.
Numbers, the way you say the numbers in Sanskrit also depends on the gender.
The first 4 only, not after that.
Right.
Because why not? You want to hear the words, at least I'll not write it. Okay. For 2, we have dve, dve, and dvau. No?
Ramo.
फिर से बोल.
Dvau, dve,
dvau.
dve.
वही. Dvau, dve, dve. Then we have trayah for boys, tisrah for girls, and then trini for non-living things. Then we have chatwarah, chatasrah, and chatwari. Okay, absolutely not expected to remember this. I am myself referring this notes here and then telling. So
Why, Ruchika? Why? I mean, why? Gender को छोड़ बैठे, number भी छोड़ दो.
ठीक है. ठीक है. So the reason we did these numbers are to generally get a sense of how to use at least these. You can go further and basically talk about Trayodasha ke baad Chaturdasha, Panchadasha, षड्दश, Shodasha, Saptadasha, Ashtadasha, Navadasha, Ekonavimsham, Vinshati. So we'll give you this list. We'll make a video also so you can hear it and practice along with it. And you basically need to get up to 20 and then 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, then 1000, then 10,000 also has a word in Sanskrit. We can decide to use it or skip it. That's okay. And then there is lakh, 10 lakh, crore, so on and so forth. Okay. So we'll make one video which covers all the numbers that you can use. The first 4 will have 3 variants. Everything else will be common. So once we start up to 5, then we don't have any gender specification in this. Okay? Okay. So I'm gonna delete this now and let's see how much of it you remember. जितना याद करना है कर लो. And once I get rid of them, they are gone. And I will start asking questions about words.
Kada was what? Kati was how many? Kada is what?
When?
When?
Like, kada will this class end?
Be over.
Okay. One.
Ekam.
एका
हाँ, एकम. तू लड़की के चक्कर में मत पड़, एकम बोल. ठीक है. एकम. Two.
Dve.
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 Trini.
त्रीणि
Trini. Trini.
Chatvari.
Di.
Chatvari.
Pancha. Panch. Pancha.
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 Pancha is full.
Shat.
Shat.
Sapta.
Bolo.
अष्ट
Ashta.
अष्ट
Ashta.
Nava.
Nava. Dash.
नव
Dasha.
Ekadasha. Dwa.
एकादश
Dvadasha.
Trayodash.
Ekadasha, Dwadasha, Trayodasha. Yeah?
Hmm.
We'll do more up to 20 and all in another class. But here's the thing. When we want to talk about time, okay, kada, if you say, when is today's class? Okay? If the question is, when, you can answer this question in many ways. Yeah? You can give it a time. You could give it a
Day.
you could give it a day, you could give it a date, or you could give it relative time, like in 1 hour, tomorrow. These are relative times. So we'll try and cover a few of these today. Yeah? So how is time told? Let's do that first. Okay? We are going to start with another number set once again. Hey Rakshit.
Hey, hi, Rakshit. That is your tired after badminton look.
Actually, his mic is off.
Good only.
Sorry, this is not badminton. This was something else. Just
Okay.
got back. Anyway, carry on. Don't let me interrupt you.
Ekvadan.
So Vadanam is almost like saying baje. Ek baje, how we say. Ek Vadanam is like that. Okay.
Okay.
Then
Ashtavadan. Okay.
Dvivadanam with a chota d. Okay. What is the time? If I say 2 baje, then I say Dvivadanam. Next,
Hmm.
Trivadan.
Trivadanam. Next would be, start guessing now.
चतुर्थ वादनम
Chaturtha nahi, Chaturvadanam.
चतुर्वादनम
Panchavadan.
Panchavadanam. I'm only going to write this portion now. This has to be written slightly better with this angular and all, but you get the picture. This is Panchavadanam. The next one,
षष्ठ वादनम
no, remember what the number is. The number is
Yeah.
written as this. Okay. Shat. So when it comes here, it becomes Shad Vadanam. I'll write for here also.
Why is it
Okay. This is Shadvadanam. The. When the number is there, it is Shat. The.
Abhilash, the Chaturvadanam only, no? You put it as Dinam.
No, it's Chaturva.
Oh,
It is Ar.
oh.
This is when we do just the number, it is Shat. But when it combines with Vadanam, it becomes Shad. Okay?
Okay.
Y is a whole new class some other day. Okay? Shad Vadanam. Then onwards, everything is straightforward. It is Saptavadanam,
Ashtava.
Ashtavadanam,
Nava.
Navavadanam,
Dashava.
Dashavadanam,
Eka.
Ekadashavadanam,
Dvidas.
Dwadashavadanam. Okay? This is, if someone asks, what is the time? You look at the time and say, it is Saptavadanam, Ashtavadanam, and so on and so forth. But if someone asks the actual question, when will the class start? You don't say Ashtavadanam, the class will start. Instead, you make one small change and say, the class starts at Ashtavadane.
Vadane.
Okay? This A is an indicator of at. Okay? Ekavadane, Dvivadane, Trivadane, Chaturvadane, Panchavadane, Shadvadane, Saptavadane, Ashtavadane, Navavadane, Dashavadane, Ekadashavadane, Dwadashavadane. Okay? Without, since I don't want to overwhelm you right now, I'm not giving you words for 30 past, 15 past, 15 before 8. There are words like that also. Okay, so we will, once we get a hang of all of this, no, we will do that. Like how in Hindi we say, how we say in most languages, we have a 15-minute wala cycle also that we use, right? 15 past this, 3, 30 past, half past 7, a quarter to 8, stuff like that. We will get words like that also in time. But for now, whole number are enough. The only one thing you might want to add so that you're able to do a lot of additional stuff is to say Sardha before. So if I say Sardha Ashtavadanam, what do I mean?
Now,
Before 8 o'clock.
No, Ardha. Look what this is. It is Sa plus Ardha, no? This is like Sa plus Ardha, which means with half. So if I say Sardha Ashtavadane, I mean half past 8. Yeah. I don't know, check in my bag that I was wearing. It's on the chair in that room. Okay. So if you add a Sardha, it becomes Sardha Navavadane means what?
9:30.
9:30.
9:30.
9:30. हाँ, वो साढ़े जो है ना, यहीं से आता है, सार्ध से ही आता है वो.
Yes.
Okay. What is this?
Saptavadana.
Sardha.
Sardha
Saptavadana.
Satanam.
Saptavadane. This is
Then, okay, Sardha Shadva.
Shadva.
Shad. Shadvad.
Shatvadne.
Shat nahi, Shad.
Shatvadne.
Ashtavadane.
Sardha.
Ekadash.
Ekatsavadne. Ekatsavadne.
Ekadashavadane.
Ekadashavadne.
सारे लेटर्स को क्लियरली उच्चारण करो. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Ashtavadana. Sadi.
सार्ध चतुर्थवादने.
चतुर्वादने. चतुर.
चतुर्वादने. Yeah.
ठीक है, ये हो जाएगा जनरली. These things they are part of half our lingo is already this. The other half we just have to remember. There is no other choice but to remember numbers. But these are not complex that you will not be able to. So you will get there. ठीक है. But let's now talk about days of the week. Again, if you know,
Before we go there, we can add
Huh.
one little thing like Saptavadanam, Ashtavadanam, everything is there, no? So if you want to ask what is the time, you can just say Kaha Samayaha, and the other person can answer like Ashtavadanam. So for right now it is 8:30. So if I ask to Abhilash
okay.
like Kaha Samayaha, he can answer as Sardha Ashtavadanam.
Okay, you have to go now. Come back in half an hour. Okay. Kaha samayah.
Ashtavadanam
This-
or Ashtavadane, Ruchika?
Ashtavadanam is the
when
time.
we are telling the time 1 o'clock, then it is Ekavadanam. At 1 o'clock, then it is Ekavadane. So when will the class start? It will start at 8. So Ashtavadane Arambham Karomi, something like that. Okay, but when you ask what is the time right now or what is the time, then it is Ashtavadanam.
So if I ask,
But why Kaha, not Kim?
look at the samayah.
Boy.
Samayah is a boy.
What the
Calm down. Okay. Kaksha kada asti would be this is one word, by the way. I've written it separately for your convenience, but this is altogether one word.
No, so when I say Kim Karoti, what are you doing, right? So that is irrespective of the gender, right?
Sorry, ask again.
Kim Karoti, if I say,
Pawan
Kim Karoti, that is irrespective of gender, right?
But Bhavan is
Huh.
guy, no?
But then
no,
I'm
Bhavan
not
you have said already.
Kaha.
The Kim is applicable to the task. Kim ka answer would be Shayanam, for example. Therefore, you are saying Kim.
So I need not use Kaha there,
No, of course not.
even though
That is
I'm
correct only. That is Kim. The question is applicable to the action. The answer to it is an action. Kim Karoti mein, the answer to the Kim would be Shayanam, Bhojanam, Dhavanam, and so on. It's a little more involved than that, yaar. Matlab, Kaha Samayah is one of the more trickier ones because Samaya itself is a male. मैं समय हूं, वो वाला जो ये आता है ना, मैंने देखा इस विश्व को बदलते हुए, युगों को आते हुए. So मैंने देखा, वो समय is a boy basically.
But we can't say Kim Samayaha, right?
No, Kim Samaya would be grammatically incorrect. Although it might sound logically more appropriate to say it, it would be grammatically incorrect to say Kim Samaya. Kim Samayam you will have to say, no, first of all. You
So
can't say
let
Kim
me-
Samayaha.
How will you ask what fruit is this?
Kim Phalam.
So
Etat.
Phalam is boy, girl, doesn't matter.
No, Phalam is neutral gender, no. Phalam is Napunsaka. Because I told you, remember, typically an aha ending with a aha. So this would be Ramaha, Balakaha,
Okay.
Samayaha, and so.
So if you ask which tree this is.
Haan.
So
So this would say Kaha Vrikshaha. not Kim Vriksha. So it's Vriksha is male. So you would say etat bhi nahi. Saha kah Vriksha, or you could just say kah Vriksha.
Would you say
I
Saha? Saha is for humans, right?
नहीं वही तो बोल रहा हूँ ना. This will get used to in time only. It is not a concept that troubles people who are natively in Hindi speaking, because when you are speaking Hindi, you're already doing it. You just don't realize it. In South Indian languages and many other languages across the world, the Kim is applicable mostly, no, not always, to non-living things. So we are clear with what is living, what is non-living. Only living is boy or girl. Everything else is neutral. Is a concept that is applicable in most languages. In many North Indian languages, and more specifically Sanskrit, that may not be true.
Yeah.
Yeah. This thing happens in Marathi also, by the way. Marathi also has
Yeah.
a male or
table
female
and
assigned to.
tea khurchi.
So table is male, kursi is female. When you're speaking in Hindi, you're also doing it inadvertently. You just don't realize it.
Because both are vaha.
No, what?
No. Is it because both are vaha? Like we don't know which vaha we are talking about.
But in the verb we say, no, यहाँ कुर्सी रखी है, वहाँ table रखा है.
Yeah.
So kursi is female and table is male. We just don't realize it like that. But again, it's not a thing that can be taught logically. You in time you start realizing, and you continue making minor mistakes until then, and that's okay. It's perfectly acceptable. Cool. So kaha samayah sardha ashtavadanam. One word, by the way, without space, without hyphen. Kaksha kada asti ashtavadane. So when and what time? These are the answers to them. When do we put when we are telling the time? When do we say vadane? When we mean at 8 o'clock. So to translate, this would be, it is, matlab understood, 8:30, and this one means at 8:30 or 8 rather. Cool. Get rid of this. Okay. Now here we go. Let's talk a little about weeks of the day, which you mostly know already. Okay. What day is today?
Sunday, sir.
Sunday. In Hindi or Malayalam or whatever, how would you say that?
Ravivar.
Ravivar? Namita?
Yeah, Raicha.
Raicha. Okay. Now then, if you know Hindi, then we'll talk. Okay. This is again an answer to when.
Somvar.
It is Soma Vasare. Vasaram bolna hai kya? What day is it ko?
Sarah. Kaha din.
Soma Vasarah is, it is Monday. Or if you say on Monday, you say Soma Vasare. Yeah? Soma Vasarah.
On Monday.
If you say it is Monday, Soma Vasare means on Monday. Okay? The rest of the days are mostly similar. If you know in Hindi, this would be Mangala Vasarah. This would be Bolo. Buddha Vasarah.
Yes.
Then
Guruvara.
Guru Vasarah.
Vasara. Shukravasara.
Sukravasra.
Sta nahi bolna hai, sh bolna hai.
Sukravasra.
Shukravasarah. Then
Sarvasra.
Shani.
Shani Vasarah. Then आज जो है वो, which is
Ravi.
Vasara.
ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ मेरे ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ
Ravi Vasarah. And wherever you want to say on, you just add the A. Okay? So that's the days of the week. Typically, this is the point where you would learn the months of the year, but we're gonna skip that for the moment because it is a little slightly different. What I want to do is I want to talk a little about relative dates. Okay, so today we have to start with today. Okay, today would be Adya.
Friday, Saturday.
Adya is today. If I go forward in time, tomorrow would be what? Shwaha. ये कौन सा वाला ऐसे रुचिका? Up or down? Okay. So no, for now I'm gonna keep it simple. So if I put a dot under the H, it means I'm using this visarga. Shwaha. Okay. Although we don't actually write SH. If we have time, we will learn a little about this style today. If I go back in time, then
Sure, ಅಂದ್ರೆ
Not tomorrow, it is.
the next day.
no,
uh,
tomorrow only. It
Tomorrow.
means tomorrow only. I'm gonna make it simple, thoda sa, and write this in English also. This is today. This is tomorrow, and this is yesterday. Okay? Adya, Shwaha, Hyaha. Say this.
Yeah.
This is her, half, then year full, and a visarga.
Yeah.
Here, here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her, year, essay. Here. It's written like this, but this is how the breakup looks like. Okay, so this is today, tomorrow, and yesterday. Adya, Shwaha, and Hyaha. What else did we want to? What else do we want to learn now?
So you use different colors, Abhilash. Is it because of they have genders again?
No,
Yeah.
no. Just so that they look different. That's all. I just want to group them together like this. Okay.
Day after tomorrow.
Yeah. You want to go there?
I don't know.
No, let's go there. Let's go there. Pink. Pink is future. So this would be Parashwaha. Okay. And one more day after tomorrow, the day after tomorrow would be Parashwaha. That's Parashwaha. Does that make sense? Okay. If you go back, now it will be making a little more sense. This is here. So what would be day before yesterday? Same logic as parashvaha. This would be
Para,
Pari-
para, aya,
Parahya.
para, haya,
parahyah.
Parahya.
para, yaha.
Praparahya.
Parahyah, not para. This would be pra, para, hyah. Cool.
Yep.
With this, we have the entire week. Okay. Let's do the exercise. Adya kaha dinah asti.
What is it?
Dinah ki dinam.
Dinaha.
Adya kaha dinah asti.
Adya.
Adya is what?
Today. Yeah.
Today.
Ravivasarah asti.
Awesome. Shwaha kaha dinah bhavishyati.
Oh, there you have to change.
Shwaha.
Hmm.
Somavaraha,
Somavasarah
Vasarah
vasaraha,
भविष्यति.
भविष्यति. निर्भय तुमको ही बोलना है साथ में. ठीक है. ओके. परह्यः कः दिनः आसीत्. परह्यः अद्य रविवासरः अस्ति.
Friday.
ओके. ह्यः बोलो. अद्य रविवासरः अस्ति. ह्यः कः दिनः अस्ति आसीत्.
ह्यः ह्यः
शनिवासरः
शनिवासर
आसीत्.
आसीत्.
आसीत्. हाँ. परह्यः कः दिनः आसीत्.
परह्यः शुक्रवासरः
आसीत्.
आसीत्.
Awesome. प्रपरह्यः कः दिनः आसीत्.
प्रपरह्यः
गुरुवार
वारः आसीत्.
प्रपरह्यः. Don't miss the visarga at the end.
ह्यः
हाँ.
गुरुवार
अद्य कः दिनः अस्ति.
अद्य रविवासरः अस्ति.
हाँ. शुक्रवारः कदा आसीत्. शुक्रवासरः कदा आसीत्. फुल सेंटेंस बोलो.
शुक्रवारः
whatever this is.
प्रपरयः आसीत्.
शुक्रवारः.
शुक्रवारः अस्ति.
परह्यः आसीत्. शुक्रवासरः परह्यः आसीत्.
परह्यः.
अद्य रविवासरः आसीत्. ह्यः
okay हाँ
शनिवारः आसीत्. परह्यः शुक्रवासरः आसीत्. प्रपरह्यः
गुरुवारः आसीत्.
गुरुवासरः आसीत्. श्वः किं भविष्यति. कः भविष्यति.
श्वः मंगलवासरः
सोमवासरः भविष्यति.
वासरः भविष्यति.
परश्वः कः भविष्यति.
परश्वः
Parashwah.
परश्वः मङ्गलवासरः भविष्यति
Mangala Vasarah, not Mangal.
मङ्गलवासरः अस्ति
प्रपरश्वः कः दिनः भविष्यति?
प्रपरश्वः बुधवासरः भविष्यति
भविष्यति.
ओके, याद रहेगा ये?
Yes.
अद्य, ह्यः, श्वः, ये तीन याद रखना है. Everything else you can join and figure out.
Yeah.
ह्यः is yesterday, श्वः is tomorrow. रुचिका और था क्या कुछ? हाँ, we learn some other commonly used words which will make you, rather empower you to create simple sentences. For example, if I want to say and, okay, these are words we use very often. So I might say evam
Evam.
or cha. Okay. So if I want to say Kiranah evam Namita, this is like saying Kiran and Namita. Yes?
Yes.
Kiran
That was my-
and Namita. However, we could say using this cha letter also, but it works slightly differently. Here you would say Kiranah Namita cha. The and comes in the end. Yes? These two are equivalent to this only. This is the same as this is also the same as this. But these are two different words. One appears in the middle like a regular and in most languages, and this one appears at the very end. And if the list has 6 names, for example, if I want to say Abhilashah, Nirbhayah, Ruchika, Namita, Kiranah, Rakshitah, Cha, I could do that also. So as you are speaking and making a list, and you realize, oh, I have said the last name already. Now what do? I should have said an evam before this. You can add the cha and it will still work. Yes? So that's and for you. Cool? Everybody make two sentences each. There was a cat and a dog.
श्वानः एवं मार्जारः
अस्ति
अस्ति.
Was.
आसीत्.
Asit is one.
Okay.
There are two now.
No, that is fine. Because we are
It's fine?
using cha, we are gonna say asit only.
Okay. No, with evam also we'll say asit. Sounds a little odd.
With evam we can say the dvivachan, but we are not going there.
No, we are not going dvivachan. Bahuvachan only. Bahuvachan only.
Evam we won't use in dvivachan wala scenario mostly. So
Okay, cool.
asan is also fine, but mostly we use asit. I don't know why.
This is for us
Asan was the word I was looking for, guys.
Okay.
That Ruchika told already. Okay. Rakshit and Aishwarya are here. Oh, here we don't know. Take it.
एवम् ऐश्वर्या
Here we know, of course.
Atra.
Tatra.
तत्र अस्ति रक्षित
अस्ति।
एवम् ऐश्वर्या तत्र no सन्ति
Awesome. Awesome. Very good. Let's not get into grammatical rules, Ruchika, if there are specifically for this. Okay, Santi is fine, no?
Yeah, it is totally fine.
Okay. Cool. That is and for you. Let's try one more. That is only. Okay. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Only is eva, not evam, eva. So if I want to say, I only did it.
Aham eva
Hmm.
kritavati.
Aham eva kritavati. Yes. He only did it.
स एवं एव
Saha eva
Kritavan.
kritavan. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. They only will do it.
Eva bhavishyanti.
Do. Okay.
Karish.
Let's write all these words first. Each word. Only is we just learned.
Eva.
They is
Te.
will do is
Karish. Alla, Karish.
Karishyanti, right?
No, this is plural.
Plural only.
that's why she's you're right, Namita.
Karishyati is
Plural is karishanti only.
Karishyanti only.
Karishyanti.
That's what I said. No? Karishyanti.
Te.
Okay.
ते एव
Like this?
भविष्यन्ति
Is that correct, Ruchika?
Kim?
Te eva karishanti.
Ha.
Okay. Eva te doesn't sound right in this language. In English, we typically put only first. So if I say they only will do it in English, it sounds a little off. Similarly, in Sanskrit, I would say te eva. Also, there is a sandhi here possible, but sandhi is not something we are getting into now. This would be taiva, yes? If we sandhi this, or what will it be?
Ta eva and taiva, both.
Okay, cool. So, you know only now. What else? There's one other thing I wanted to talk about, and then we'll be done. Hang on. If this is something I think you all already know. If I want to say if,
Yeah.
this would be
Yati.
yadi. Yeah. So if I want to say if I do, it would be if I did, let's say.
Yadi aham
यदि
kritavanti.
Past.
Kritavati.
So typically it is followed by a then sentence.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Then loop.
If I did this, then that will happen, or something like that.
Hmm.
Okay. So remember this word, if is for yadi. Okay. Since we're running a little out of time, I want to introduce a few words. Now we have kada, right? Kada means what?
When.
When. Okay. I want to also introduce two of its siblings.
Okay.
One is called yada, the other is called tada. Okay. I don't have an equivalent of this in I don't know of an equivalent of this in Kannada or in Malayalam, and I have checked with Namita. In Hindi, we have an equivalent for yada, that would be
Yeah.
jab
Jab in
or when.
It's not direct.
No.
It's a context shift.
So we use this only, kada only for in Kannada, but in context it is either a question or a statement. Okay, yada tada would be jab and tab, when and then. See, this when, for example, is kada also. Kada is also when only. Correct? So when I say when, depending on how I'm saying it, I either mean jab or kab. Similarly, it is in Kannada. Similarly, it is in Malayalam as far as I know. Okay. So how do we use these sentences? Yada yada hi,
Dharmasya.
That was
hai na? So yada yada hi means what? Whenever, jab
Whenever
jab,
something happens here.
Jab.
right?
Glanirбhavati Bharat.
Ha. So this is the yada tada kada. We have done this for atra tatra kutra also. Okay. But there is a, how do I say? For the kutra, we have done atra, which is here, tatra, which is
There.
there. There's a yatra also. Again, I don't have an equivalent in southern languages for this. We use the same kutra as interchangeably with yatra. But this would be here. This is there. This is where in context. But in Hindi, this would sound like my handwriting is especially bad today. Yahan, wahan, and
Jahan. Oh,
this is jahan.
what is Jahan?
So the language theory, if we look at, typically ya and ja are used interchangeably in languages. Okay, but we'll not go that deep into this. So yatra is what? Again, you will see in Bhagavad Gita last shloka, it is yatra yogeshwara Krishna. Yatra partho dhanurdhara. So it is where jahan Krishna hai or jahan Arjuna hai. Okay. In Kannada, I would just say Yalli Krishna Niddane, Yalli Arjuna Niddane, which is Yalli is the same as Kutra or where. That's how we are using in English also. And in Malayalam also, we would say everyday only for both.
Actually, in Malayalam, I think there are words for
There
yatra.
are, yeah?
Everyday and everyday.
That is what he said, no?
So that's what I'm saying. The everyday is
Ah.
used for both Kutra also and Yatra
Ah.
also. And in context, we understand what we mean. So there's no specifically Jahan
Every day.
or Jab.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a couple of new words I wanted to introduce, and I think that is a good enough day for the class today.
It's more than.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop sharing and stop